You are unbreakable.
What's going on, y'all? It's Dez. It was brought to my attention that I have not really had an opportunity to get on my channel and just talk about myself. Someone came up to me and said basically that, you know, Dez, like, it's great that you started a YouTube channel, but no one knows anything about you, right? And I could just slowly unravel stuff about myself, but I feel like it's just easier just to sit and talk about myself, and I really don't like doing it. So this is gonna be the only time y'all see me do it, unless y'all just somehow need to see or hear more about me yap about myself. But we'll just start with my younger life. So I grew up in a small town in South Carolina, right outside of Columbia. To those of you that know me or have seen me, y'all probably don't even know that I am the third child of four. My older brother went to the same high school that I graduated from. So did my younger sister. My older sister, she's 14 years older than me. My older brother is 7 years older than me. To those of you that know my brother, he was an amazing athlete, like the best in the state at football. Very good wide receiver. My younger sister, she excelled at sports as well. I believe dance team, and then like the band or whatever. I think she took our school to the state championship with that. But yeah, so I was not the best student growing up. It's not that I was not smart or unintelligent. I just hate school. I just cannot, even till this day, I hate learning in a traditional sense. I hate sitting down with a professor or a teacher who doesn't really care about what they're teaching. Let's call a spade a spade. They don't really care. And they're just going over material, and I'm in the back of the class, sometimes even the front of the class, yawning, bored, not really caring. But because, you know, my family is full of a bunch of athletes, I was like, shit, well, I guess what we do is we play sports. That's what we do. That's what we grew up doing. That's what my brother grew up doing. That's what I've seen family members do. So my natural path of progression was to do that. Now, my brother, he's not a short person, but I'm the younger brother, and I'm significantly bigger than him. I'm 6'6", 237 as it stands right now. I think my brother's like 5'10", maybe 5'11", I don't know, but super fast, strong, whatever. Football was my first love. Football was a sport that I was definitely better at, but because of whatever reason, because of politics of the school that I was going to, I would consistently watch kids who definitely were not as big or strong as me, or let's just use the position I was playing, could catch a football better than me, get opportunities over me. And it just felt like I just couldn't get ahead with that. And that was disheartening at times, because I know for a fact, and I'm speaking on, this started in JV. I remember in JV, there was a guy who was starting over me, and I was taller than him, I was faster than him, and I could catch better than him. And I knew the plays better than he did. So I'm like, where's the disconnect? And then you realize, okay, well, maybe his dad or his family has a little bit more money than mine, and so now they're in the PTOs or whatever, and they're in the booster club, and they got their money, and they got their hands in the people's back pockets who run the team. And it's all politics. So anyways, football was a short-lived dream of mine, and I think my freshman year, let's start with middle school. Middle school, I got cut from my basketball team. I don't know why. I cannot tell you why. I was cut twice from the basketball team and football team. I was cut once from the football team in middle school, before they just started saying, okay, let's just let all the kids play and let them earn their spot. But I was cut twice from the middle school basketball team. 9th grade rolls around, we're playing football, and then I see where football's going. I'm like, okay, so y'all don't really care to like have me be an asset, really, is how I took it. And I think the basketball coach in the school at the time saw me and was like, dude, just come play. Like, just come play. I was not this great basketball player. Like I was okay. And I would say the only downside to where I played and where I grew up with is that the system that the coach wanted us in, it didn't allow for us to really play. Because there were times in my life where like some of my friends, we'd all just pick up a basketball, we'd all go play. You know, Saturday, Sunday, we were outside in the South Carolina heat playing ball. And realistically, we had a very good connection, very good relationship. And I don't know how well that necessarily translates to organized sports, but when me and those same guys then went to organized sports, we were not able and allowed to play the ball that we had been playing all summer. And I know that that was a factor into why those teams did not do good, because at times I remember there were plays and I remember coming down the court sometimes thinking, I just want to do this how we did it this summer. And I know for a fact it'll correlate to points. But there were times where it was like, oh, you have to absolutely run this situation in this program how I said. And it just didn't feel like there was enough flashiness or fun. It was like very old school, like San Antonio Spurs style. Anyways, I say all that to say, because I was how I was in high school, I kept getting into trouble, could not, things aren't working with basketball. I grew up, I didn't touch on this, but I grew up very, very poor in a town where everybody's rich. So you really poor. Well, not poor, broke, really. You're broke. You don't really have, poor is a mentality. Broke is your financial state. So we didn't have money. There were times where my mom, I would go into her room and ask her for, like, hey, can I get $5 for lunch? And she wouldn't even have it, So I'm not gonna go too deep into, some of the experiences or things that I experienced with that type of a thing, but just know that we grew up not very well off. And you have that going on where you don't even know where your next meal's coming from. Basketball's going shitty. My grades are shitty. Life just seems like whatever. So basically, I graduate high school. I don't know how I graduated. Graduate high school, and then what do you do from there? Where do you go from there? I didn't know. I had no idea where I was supposed to go from there. So in essence, I then decided that I need to at least maybe try to go to college. So I tried to go to college. I get a couple small jobs like Dollar General, Boys and Girls Clubs of the Midlands. I even worked at a gas station at one point. Like, man, you just any way you could try to get any money in your pocket. But then you realize, like, at that age, all you care about is partying and drinking and drugs and whatever it is. I don't even do drugs. I've never really done drugs. Smoking weed, whatever it is, never even really done that either. But that's all you really care about, is just going out and having fun and partying with all the college kids and doing the dumb stuff that kids do. But at a certain point, you got to grow up. So I end up getting my first job where I was making okay money, and I realized, oh, okay, these are like the nicer things in life. Like, these are the things that I desire to have, and it really shifted my mindset. It changed my mindset, and once I got that job, I moved up to a different job where I was making even more money, and I was like, this is how life is supposed to feel. Like, bills are on auto draft, things are going good, whatever. And while all of that's going on, right, especially when I got that first job, I really submerged myself in learning and remembering the process of what it's like to like run or like lift weights or do any of that, right? And when you're in high school and you have a coach and you just get up and you go to practice and you're walking to class every day, you're very active. You're just active all the time. So you don't really gain any weight. You're not going to gain any weight. You're not going to be overweight. So I realized that those were still things that I cared about. I still cared about being an active person. I still cared to live in a life and a body that just looked decent. And I remember looking at myself when I got that first job, that was like in 2016, and being like, man, I'm like 50 pounds heavier than I was in high school. Why would I? I'm like lanky, skinny Dez. Why would I be that heavy? And so from that point on, I was like, okay, well, I gotta try something. So I decided that I was gonna cook. I didn't know anything about fitness and nutrition. I knew nothing about fitness and nutrition. I just said, I'm just gonna cook my meals. These are the stipulations I had. Like, I had rules, and I remember them because they were just like rules that I stuck to. But I would cook most of my meals, or I would at least make sure that my meals looked green, and I would make sure that it wasn't fried, with the exception of French fries. I love French fries. This point in my life was like the French fry period. But this was also the time period where I didn't know that lifting weights was way more beneficial than the world let it. And there wasn't as much information. This is before TikTok. This is before Instagram Reels. This is before all of the information, Chat GPT, that we have now that's so easy to just get. And so I spent a lot of time just running. I'd get up every morning, run. I would go to work. Mind you, this job was a physical job where I would have to walk a lot. I was walking anywhere from 10 to 15,000 steps a day. So I would get up, run 2 or 3 miles, walk 15,000 steps. And then there were nights or sometimes that I would get off from that job and then go run another 2 miles. So my body is it's just turning and burning, cardio, right? And I did do light weights when I was done with cardio, but it was nothing that was gonna make a difference or shape my body to the way that I needed to be shaped. So anyways, I get the hang of that and I lose the 50 pounds. I lose the weight, great. Where do you go from there? Well, I moved in back with my mom. And if you grew up how I grew up, especially if you look like me, you know how moms cook. You know how moms cook. You know how she cook. Macaroni and cheese, collard greens, yams, black eyed peas, fried chicken, pork chop. Weekends is hot dogs, it's hamburgers. You know, my mama, when she goes to the store, she bringing something sweet back. She gets Debbie snacks, cakes, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I gained the weight back. But then I start that second job. And that second job was a job that required me to be at work crazy hours. I'd be at work from like 2:30, 3 o'clock to like midnight, 1 a.m. So when are you gonna go to the gym? Well, you're gonna have to get up and go early. You're gonna go to the gym. Mind you, this job was serving tables. So after if you've done that job before, you know what it entails. It's a fine dining job too. So it requires a lot out of your mental, out of your physical, out of all of that. And you're gonna be tired. So when are you actually gonna get up and go lift? Well, you gotta really have a hustle mentality. And that was a mentality that I did not have at the time. It was just like, dude, whatever. Like, I wanna go home and I wanna eat a cheeseburger because I've been getting complained at by rich people all day. I don't care to go to the gym. Now, at a certain point, I did end up going to the gym. And I lost the weight that I had gained. At that point, I had gained 70 pounds. So I was 70 pounds now heavier than I was in high school. Sorry, y'all, this soda busting. I was 70 pounds heavier than I was in high school. I lose the weight. And then, you venture into other things, you try to do things a different way or whatever. And then I go through a breakup, which was fine. But the breakup, I started a new career, which I was making buku bucks. I was making a lot of money, more money than I knew to do it. But what comes with that is responsibility. You know what I'm saying? And that job was very demanding. You're always on the run. You're always on the go. I didn't make time for my health as much as I should have. But what happened was I gained, well, we'll get to that in a second. But I went through a breakup and I got a new career right after that breakup. And that was amazing. Like, I was making a lot of money. Life was good. I was making a lot of money. Life was good. And then I got injured. My good buddy Wayne hit me up. He's like, yo, you want to be on intramural football team? I'm like, do I want to be on an intramural football team? Fuck yeah, I want to be on an intramural football team. Intramural football, flag football, is something that I have played consistently throughout the course of my life. Intramural football, intramural basketball. Whether I was healthy or not, I have always been involved in some type of a team. Even if I showed up 1 game for the season, 2 games for the season, I always have done that since I graduated. So this is just regular. But the problem is, at that point that he had asked me, I was the heaviest I'd ever been. I was like 290. Dang. You're 290 and you're gonna try to go play flag football? Doesn't seem like a good idea. Bad idea. Bad idea for someone who doesn't stretch, doesn't take care of their body. Terrible idea. Well, anyways, we play a game. Great, went good. But I noticed after this game, my Achilles tendon is sore. But I'm like, oh, it's just sore because I've been running. Well, that's actually connected to tendonitis, which I did not know at the time. Second game comes, first play of the game. I'm lined up. Quarterback calls height. I take one step, and all I hear is pop. I hear a loud pop. I thought somebody punched me. I thought I got shot. I look around. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then I just feel the blood rushing to my Achilles. And if you've ever dealt with that pain, you know that pain is enough to make a grown man cry. That will make a grown man cry. All right, so boom, I hobble off the field. I'm like, well, there's nobody here to really drive me to the emergency room or whatever, so I'll just hop all the way to the car, and I drove myself to the emergency room. They put me on crutches. They told me to go see the orthopedic guy. The following Monday, I go see him. He tells me, you've ruptured this. We need to just repair it. I'm like, okay, cool. I've never had surgery on a damn thing. I've never had surgery on anything at this point. So I have surgery. Great. Surgery goes great. Achilles is great. I start healing. If you're not familiar with Achilles tendon, it's a minimum after that surgery. It's a minimum of 6 to 8 weeks. That's if you are healthy and good. Mind you, mine started healing very, very fast to the point where the doctor was like, dude, you're healing quicker than most people. I was like, cool, great. Okay, that was in March of 2023. May of 2023, I go back to work. Mind you, I've been kind of working. So at this point I was a sales guy where I had to go to homes to sell a product, and you know, I was on crutches. Like I will go still hit the deal. I'm gonna make a living for myself. I'm not gonna just sit back and just take it. But I went and I hit some deals here and there, made some sales, and it was cool until one day. Right? I'm basically healed. I can almost just basically start physical therapy, but I was like, you know what? There's this great lead that they have for me. They're like, yeah, just go hit it. It'll close. It'll be good. And I go to it. Okay. And when I go to it, you know, I walk up to the door. Mind you, I hobble up to the door basically. Like I'm basically healed, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like the only thing that could really hurt me again is if I step on this Achilles wrong or something crazy happens. But I got a bad sense, and I should have listened to my senses, but I didn't. Because I remember walking up, and the guy who I was supposed to come see was sitting in the garage. And, you know, he was very off-putting, did not want me to be there or whatever. And so it was weird. It felt like I shouldn't be there. And I in hindsight, I remember him telling me like, this is what happened. He told me his wife was in the shower, because you got to in this particular type of sale, like you want to meet with the wife and the husband. But it's like my wife's in the shower. I'm like, okay, cool. Like y'all knew we were coming. Why the fuck you in the shower? But whatever. He's like, come back in 10-15 minutes. I come back in 20-25 minutes. They're ready. I sit down, we start doing the presentation. I start going all over the things that I need to go over, and I'm hitting all the points. I'm boom, 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 boom. This sale's going fucking great. All right. I finally close it down. You know, I'm like, we're done here. Like, what else do y'all need? You know, like I need to go take pictures of these things around your home, because that was a part of the sales process. And mind you, they had 2 dogs. The dogs were in the backyard, which they had put up before I had walked in the home. The dogs were in the backyard. And so the way that it was the dogs were in the backyard, but you could open up a door at the bottom of the stairway to let the dogs in. So I go up to the attic first, because the attic is where I had to take some of the pictures for the sale. And I take the pictures of the attic first, and I'm like, okay, the easiest thing to do is I always used to take the hardest pictures first, or the pictures that would take the longest. So I took pictures of the attic space, and then I had to go outside. Well, I'm like, hey, and I remember saying this because the way that the staircase was, you could see out into the backyard. There were like these not mirrors, but these windows that went down, and you can just look directly down, and I can see the dogs, and I can see the pool in the backyard. So I'm like, hey, I need to go outside to take pictures of the backyard, and outside to take pictures of the backyard and what's back there. And they're like, okay, cool, let me grab the dogs. She's like, cool. Mind you, the husband is still at the kitchen table where we had just done our presentation. So he's still over there, and she's like, yeah, let me open the door and let me make sure I grab the dogs so they don't bother you. Mind you, they already knew that these dogs were a little timid. Oh, this is foreshadow too. I'm leaving this detail out. While we were sitting at the kitchen table and I was doing my presentation, the daughter, her room is like upstairs and around the corner, but she comes down and she goes, Mom, I heard someone screaming. And the mom was like, I didn't hear anyone screaming. I didn't hear anyone. What are you talking about? Like, everybody's fine down here. And then the daughter goes back. And so much foreshadow, right? And it's so crazy how the world works, because how did she know that? Because nothing had happened at this point that she had said that. But anyways, fast forward back to she's going to go get the dog. She opens up the door, okay? The first dog comes up to me. Mind you, I'm a dog person. I love dogs. And unfortunately now it sucks because now I'm like very hesitant around them because of this experience. But I love dogs. And the first dog, it comes to me, but it's not very like warm. Like, I reach down, I go pet it, I go, hey buddy, like start to try to pet it. And it's kind of like, it takes me in, but it doesn't take me in fully. And I'm watching the owner of the house's wife. She lets the first dog go right past her, because I guess that's not the one that she was really, really worried about anyways, which is fine. But the second one, as the door opens, right, the first one comes up to me. She's like, okay, come here. I don't know the dog's name, I forgot, but let's just call the dog Frito. Come here, Frito. Come here, Frito. And the dog just jolts past her, like immediately. And I'm like, what? Like, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck? Mind you, if y'all are still paying attention to this story, my Achilles is not fully healed. I cannot run anywhere. I can't walk hard. I can't plant my foot down. It's like, you gotta sit back and take this dog attack. Because this dog ultimately starts attacking me. And it starts biting me. It bites me on the thigh, and it gets skin out of me. To the point where I'm like, yo, if you don't come get this motherfucking dog, I'm cussing up a storm, and I am screaming. And that's the foreshadow from the daughter who came downstairs and was like, what the fuck? So I go outside. I'm like, after the dog attacks me, I'm like, I go outside. Okay, well, actually, let me rewind real quick. I'm fighting this dog off of me. I push it, I got it off of me, and I'm like, I tell the husband, like, come get your fucking dog. He grabs his dog. I don't know what he does with the dog, because I'm so pissed, because when I grab the dog and I'm fighting the dog off of me, I pick my foot up, and when I put my foot down, pop, hurt it again. So in 2 months' time, I ruptured this Achilles tendon. Now I gotta start this process all over again. We call the ambulance, we do what we gotta do. I start this process all over again. All right? That shit was the worst, bro. That shit was the worst. I remember that day like it was yesterday. Like, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to deal with this again. To those of you that don't know, that's a lonely ass fucking injury, yo. You can't go out anywhere. You can't do anything. You're gonna, if you can, you're realistically after surgery, you're in a wrapping or whatever for like 2 to 3 weeks, and you can't do anything. Mind you, at the time that this happened, I'm living on the 2nd floor of an apartment complex where you have to take the stairs. So I never left my apartment. So I knew what was coming again. Go back to the doctor. I'm like, I hope it's not fucking torn. I hope it's not ruptured again. I hope it's not ruptured. It's ruptured. We're gonna have surgery for you. let's go ahead and do surgery again. Okay, cool. We'll do surgery again. We go surgery again. Surgery goes great. This is in May of May or whatever. At the same time, I start falling back into bad habits. I start DoorDashing food every day. I got DoorDash orders from Chick-fil-A. I was eating Chick-fil-A every other day. I was eating Hardee's breakfast every other day. Chick-fil-A, whatever, Bojangles, whatever it was. And I'm telling you, I would get a shake. I'd get 2, 3, 4 sandwiches, large fry, honey buns. I was spending so much money every single day. Every day it was like $50 to $80 of food on myself because I could not leave my apartment, but I was overindulging. I was falling back into bad habits. I couldn't even cook my own meals. Nobody was coming to save me. I was alone. Nobody was coming to save me. Nobody was coming to check in on me. That shit builds a different type of anger in you. That shit builds a different type of fear in who you can become if life gets too hard. You don't want to ever go back to that. You never been down bad like that until you really sit back and know what that does to a person. But it's not even over there. Because after I gain all that weight, I'm now 310. After sitting at the house, no activity, not able to move, can't cook my food, can't do anything, can't go to the gym. I tried to go to the gym some of those days. I tried to force myself to go to the gym in crutches and just get a little lift in and maybe ride the bike. And I couldn't do it because it was too hard. It was too fucking hard. So I at the same time, the job that I have is like, yeah, we want someone to come out to Charleston. Charleston is almost 2 hours from Columbia where I lived. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I do all of this and I move in an injury where I'm on crutches. I'm on crutches and I move to a different city. I move alone. I spend a lot of time alone. That shit was depressing, bro. I go to Charleston. I realize that this time the Achilles is not healing properly. It's not healing properly. Doctor keeps telling me it's probably gonna be fine. Just give it a few. August rolls around. He's like, hey, we need you to come to Columbia. Like, let's just check it out, see what's going on. They swab it. I have staph infection. I have staph infection in a fucking Achilles that I just had surgery on. The best way to get rid of this is to just literally reopen me up, clean out it, debris it, and then sew me back up. So I now have a third surgery on this same Achilles from the time of May to August of 2023. And I did all that alone. I did that shit alone. I don't even know how this fucking shit got infected. I cleaned that thing every fucking night like I was supposed to, right? The problem is when they debris you, because they're in there and they're pulling stuff out and they're moving stuff around to make sure they get it all out, you now are weak again. Your ankle is basically, it's like having a whole nother surgery. Even though they're not reattaching your Achilles because it's still attached, screwed. You're fucked. It fucking sucked. And then I had to recover from that. And slowly. So then I decided I gotta come back to Columbia. I gotta come back to Columbia because I can't work. The reason that I had moved down there, the position, it just didn't work out. I was losing money. I was on the verge of eviction from my apartment down there. I lost everything. I lost my car. I lost everything. And nobody was around to come save me. But I didn't make fucking excuses. So when people see me and they think that they know me or they think they know what I've been through, they don't know. They don't know. They wasn't with me when I grew up sleeping on the fucking floor. They wasn't with me when I was making dumbass decisions and you don't know why. They wasn't with me when I had to learn how to control some of my behaviors because I'm frustrated because dad isn't around. They wasn't with me when I got injured. They don't know. So when I talk to people and I speak with such passion and such grind, it's because I fucking know. And when people tell me you don't understand, I'm like, I fucking get it. I have been there. I have been there 10 times over. I have been there so many times. So I slowly grind my way back to health. People are, are you gonna go to physical therapy? Physical therapy? I know how to do a calf raise. I know how to do mobility. I know all that stuff. I do it myself. I healed myself back whole. I healed myself back whole. That's not even just about my Achilles. That's about my mind, my body, my spirit, all of that. I did that myself. So people don't get to just take something from me. So if people are wondering who the fuck I am exactly who I think I am. That's who I am. So every time people see me posting, people see me in the gym, that's my outlet. That's what gets me. That's what gets me motivated. When I'm thinking about how I was screwed over in football with a guy who definitely wasn't better than me. When I think how I was screwed over having to deal with an Achilles rupture and nobody checked on me. 3 Achilles ruptures. When I think of getting evicted from an apartment, when I think of losing my car, when I think of losing everything, nobody checked on me. I check on me till this day. Till this day, I check on myself. And I make sure that I got good things going on in my life. I got healthy habits. I got health. Nobody's going to check on you and nobody's coming to save you. I didn't need saving. I just needed a friend. I just need somebody to talk to. There were friends that did come see me maybe once while I was gone, or maybe once or twice while I was injured, or whatever the case is. But just know nobody's coming to save you. So when people are posing the question, who is he? I don't know about him. This page and this channel and what I'm gonna grow it to is a documentation of everything that people try to attempt to take away from me or say about me. That's what this page is. This is my diary to show the world I am exactly who the fuck I think I am, and nobody's gonna take anything from me. And you can say what you wanna say about me, but one thing you cannot say is that I'm a quitter. Other than all of that, all of that is what keeps me in the gym. All of that is what makes me grind so hard. All of that is what I look at when I'm on the treadmill and it's been 30, 40 minutes and I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, my inner dialogue telling me I can't quit. You can't quit. Those people who want to see you do bad, they already quit. Because they didn't even show up in this gym. So it's really time for you to really twist and put a stamp on it. It's really time for you to lock in. It's not time to just be complacent just because I showed up and they didn't show up. Nah, it's time to show out. I hope that y'all continue to follow my page. I hope that y'all share my page. I hope that y'all like, subscribe. I hope y'all do whatever you do after hearing that story. If you're not inspired, or if you don't have any motivation, or if you're one of those people who you don't care about anything that I just said, that is completely okay. Know that you're always welcome. As long as you have good mind, good spirit, good energy, I will always welcome you to my channel. I will always welcome you in my life and my page. Come on. Anyways, this video is going to be followed up with a workout that I did. I really feel like I want to start embodying longer form content where I just show you guys like what I do in the gym. This video isn't really like the best of implication of what I do in the gym or like how I am in the gym. That just basically being because the gym that I go to is kind of quiet. One of the other gyms that I go to is very loud. So when y'all see the two different gyms, right? One's a little more old, a little more gritty. The other one's a little bit more new, a little more higher aesthetic, loud music. That gym allows me to like be loud and talk and just be vibrant. The other gym just, is kind of quiet and we're gonna get the workout in. So I think that people just want to hear the gym sounds and see what I do and how I've reached the level that I've reached so far and how I've decided to transform myself I think a part of the detail that I missed out is that this is now my third weight loss journey. So I'm not currently in weight loss anymore. I'm now in maintenance. I'm not gaining that weight back. That weight, it can't come back. So now it's kind of cool just to see my body hit different pinnacles, hit different things. I didn't know what I didn't know, and now I know a lot. And so I've just taught myself a lot. I've educated myself on a lot. If y'all ever have any questions or need anything, y'all hit me up, DesFit. I'm DesFit 101 on all my other platforms. It depends on if it has an underscore or not, because DesFit was taken on some of them. I might change that later. But this is my channel. I hope y'all now know a little bit more about me. Y'all stay safe.
Boy, oh boy. It's been a long day, y'all. It's been a long day. We're gonna get some stretching out. We're gonna hit back and biceps today. I hit chest yesterday. My chest is on fire right now. Y'all gotta tell me what y'all got going on in the comments. What y'all got going on. To those of you that don't know, I work in real estate, so that can get kind of busy, get kind of crazy. What do y'all actually do for stretches? What are y'all stretching? Y'all don't know, y'all don't be knowing, y'all just be doing what y'all see everybody else do. When it comes to me, I ain't doing that. Well, I'm only not doing that because I injured my lat muscle last year, and I went to physical therapy for like 2 months. And I was like, oh, well, I can just do this stuff at home. I don't know why I need to go to physical therapy. And I started doing it. And now my lats feel amazing. So I'm doing what I would be doing in physical therapy for warm-ups. I felt like that was a good approach. But we gonna hit back today. I don't know what my coach has like for my back development. I'm assuming he wants to grow my back. I know that it's really a muscle group I feel like I'm lacking in. I know he wants to grow my hamstrings because I felt like that's also a group that I'm lacking in, but I think I have seen some growth in them. In my last check-in, he said my check-in was good, and I felt like my check-in was bad, so I don't know what he looks at. Maybe he's looking at everything I'm not looking at, which is probably good, because if you got eyes on everything, it's probably good. So, but you know what I'm saying? And I go back to this, hold on. You gotta get some stretches in. Get you some stretches in there. This is actually my favorite stretch that I would do in physical therapy. So you just find something and you just lean on it. Oh, this is moving, hold on. Let me move that like that. Like that. Really feel that stretch in your lat muscle. Oh, that feels good, boy. Oh, that feels so good. They really try to get us to hold it here for like 30 seconds. Feel like you don't want it too loose, but we're gonna go. Bow. How to get better at actually just talking on the camera. Cause I don't be knowing what y'all want me to talk about in the gym, cause I just be in this bitch lifting. I really do. My girl on the way here, I had a meeting for a real estate client. He's moving here. Well, He's from Austria. He got a very thick accent. Lived in Russia for a little bit, but now he's coming here to where we live. So he'll be a good client. I'm actually excited to work with him. So, anyways, I'm gonna catch y'all at my first machine. We're gonna warm up first. Y'all give me a second. All right. First thing we're gonna do in this bitch today, we're gonna hit some we're gonna hit some lat pull downs. Yup. Your warm-up set should always feel pretty light. We're warmed up. Let's go get I gotta get some wraps. Gotta get some wraps before I dive right into this. I get those goosebumps every time. Not around and you throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heimlich, throw that to the side. If I get, I'ma shoot till it jam in my hand. You ain't your phone all day, ain't making no bands. I tell my little dog, count it as fast as he can. Soon as he run, it's off with his head. in your life, like it's you saying. That's enough of that shit. That's enough of that. Oh, my lats hurt. I've been sipping forever. It's too hot for this shit. Roll Tide, princess. That's on you, baby. Don't fuck up. Yeah. You can move all around. Stay right there. That's cooked. Hot grease. That was tiring. I don't know how many reps that was.
I was gonna ask, how was it? It was a lot of reps. I don't count. Is that another set in you?
I got 2 more sets.
Oh, okay. That was set. Okay, set.
2 more sets.
What's the benefit of this exercise? So
Depends on what grip what attachment you use. But I'm using this attachment,
okay.
which is good to help keep your grip close to your side. So most of your back movements, when you keep your elbow to your side, you're gonna be working your lat, mostly your lat. So you wanna imagine there's a pencil on your rib cage and you're gonna grab it with your elbow.
Got it.
And you're gonna squeeze and you're gonna slowly let the attachment back. That's it, it's that simple. Why are you looking at me like that?
Hard to focus on the recording. I'm gonna get the job done though. That's what matters.
All right. Who do you love? Who do you love? This is why you don't have to worry about the best angles for this.
Okay.
Just because I feel like people want to just see me raw workout.
Got it.
Pause.
Oh.
People just want to see regular workouts. So I already did 2 workouts.
Okay.
I did lat pull down and I did the T-bar row.
I missed that.
So those are gonna be in this video, but I feel like I needed some action movements. I don't want to just put the camera on the tripod all the time. Different positions, you know what I mean? But you know, most people are used to the same 2 positions anyway, so. Because they get the job done.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with building muscle. It's the same thing about building muscle.
Okay, clock.
Stick to the same 5 movements. You probably gonna be all right. Good. Gotta lighten it. Almost fell.
So what are you doing now? You lighten it a little bit?
You say what? Lightening it. I want to get some more reps. Keep my muscles under tension a little longer. T-Tom, T-Tom, T-Tom.
That's a really nice back shot. Pause.
Huh?
I said that was a really nice back shot. Pause.
All right. Hey guys, welcome to my channel.
Hi.
This is the Ashley, Miss Ashley. What are you doing?
I am stretching. I'm working on like hip mobility, and so far I've worked on my hip flexors. Now this is an additional hip flexor stretch, but you can also go from a lunge to a Cossack. So I can't do that as fluidly, so I'm working on that.
Why is hip mobility important?
It's really important because honestly, if you want to do anything, that's where it starts, especially if you want to build like your glutes, your quads, hip stretches and hip mobility, and even just like for everyday living.
Who taught you that?
You did.
What else did I teach you? What's the number one thing I taught you about being in the gym? Or nutrition and fitness as a whole?
So, well, one, you taught me consistency. To going and trying is better than not going at all. And two,
Even when you don't want to go.
even when you don't want to go, you keep going. Also, you've taught me like how to power through workouts and really how to properly, like how important form is and technique. And there's one overall thing that I know you say all the time, and my mind just blank because you put me on the spot. So tell me what it is and then splice this.
Tell them I don't know what it is.
Well, honestly, too, Des. I think the form, the consistency, and the ability to like power through and motivate yourself and showing up for yourself, no matter, even if you can't do the full workout.
You think I should go annoy other people in the gym?
What?
You think I should go annoy other people in the gym? I should get them on my Everybody want a nice body, but don't nobody want to say, nah, I ain't going to get drinks. Nah, I ain't going to have 2 appetizers.
Oh, God, 2?
2.
That's big back.
That's what I was eating.
Oh.
2 appetizers. Because you got to have an appetizer for the appetizer. You got to be... you can't have 1 appetizer. So if I order calamari,
You know, that the calamari is the warm-up for the fried green tomatoes.
Oh, to be fair, that's Halls though.
It doesn't matter if we went to
appetizers shared. It's like
if we went to Outback, we went to Longhorn. It don't matter. Which one is the restaurant that got Longhorn? That shrimp, the shrimp boat,
that's so good.
the Southwest shrimp. Yeah, you got to get one of those, and you're gonna have bread. It's the appetizer for the appetizer.
Right. That sounds so good, but that is big back behavior.
How many calories was I eating at my fattest? What did I show you? I was eating.
Oh my gosh.
What was I? Tell them what I ordered on DoorDash.
DoorDashing like 2 times a day at least, and it was like multiples of things. So you'd have like 2 sandwiches from McDonald's or like 2 Big Macs, and you'd have the fries, and you have this, or you had 2 Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches, then you'd have the fries, and then later you would follow it up with something else that was just like that. Like,
Yeah, so I get a Chick-fil-A #1, which is the sandwich and the fries and a drink.
Yeah.
But you gotta have a sandwich to prepare yourself for the meal you actually ordered. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just have, because I don't think I'm not the only one that orders like that. If I'm gonna eat Chick-fil-A, I'm gonna order 2 #1s. Because one sandwich ain't enough.
right.
It's not gonna fuel me. It might fuel you.
Yeah.
So I was eating like
What?
5,000 calories in between 2 sittings.
Wow.
You don't need that. Don't get the appetizer for the appetizer.
That's a lot of calories.
Just eat less food.
Yeah.
It's gluttony.
I think it's easier said than done though, because it's like if you get used to it, a lot of those foods, especially if you're eating out, have like different additives in it. So
It's addicting.
You're not even in control of that per se because your body's craving it. You know what I mean?
Just say no.
Okay. You had a DoorDash order and it was like 3 times. You had ordered DoorDash like 3 times. I
Yes.
was like, oh, is this?
I remember
the
this.
first
No.
You were like, no, it's just me. And I was like,
Yeah, I was spending like $70 on DoorDash every
yeah,
day.
show me. But I mean, I think the context is important too because a lot of us can like lean into the things that are comforting when we're going through difficult times. So,
Well, yeah, but
a way to get out of that season is to start saying no a little bit at a time. So maybe that person DoorDashes every day, you scale it back to 3 times a week because you're choosing.
oh no. See, I'm cold turkey. You don't start this fitness journey. Oh, I'll halfway. No, cut it all out.
Yeah.
Delete your DoorDash account, and that's how they function too.
That's good. Delete your DoorDash.
That was the first thing I did because it was like it's super easy. Because if you pay, I think it was $9.99 a month. You get free delivery on most of your orders.
I had that.
I canceled it.
Whenever I'd go out of town.
Doesn't exist.
Whenever I would go out of town, like in another city, because of how busy we'd be for work, I would get DoorDash and that pass just for that, and then I'd cancel it after.
No.
$10 makes it easy to get.
It makes it very easy. So all of your behaviors, track your behaviors, understand your behaviors, and do not allow yourself to fall into the trap. Quit cold turkey. Treat it as if your life depends on it, because it does.
Yeah, it really does.
So let's just rewind. If I were to show y'all my DoorDash order, I remember there was one day in particular. I got up, I got Chick-fil-A breakfast. Now my Chick-fil-A order was, usually my Chick-fil-A McDonald's order was 3 biscuits. I get 3 biscuits, so I get a bacon, egg, and cheese, probably 2 of those. If it was McDonald's, I would get 2 bacon, egg, and cheese, and I would get a McGriddle.
McGriddles are fine.
You gotta have I would get 2 McGriddles. Mind you, McGriddle on DoorDash is like $9. Like it's not cheap.
No.
And you gotta get hash browns. You gotta get hash brown. You gotta get
Hash browns as in plural?
You gotta get that ain't enough hash brown. That little ass hash brown. That one hash brown is not enough.
Yeah.
So you gotta get 2 hash browns. Okay, cool. You know, midday you feeling a little frisky. Mind you, this is time where I'm like basically bedridden. I'm not walking at all because I can't move. I'm in a boot because I injured myself. So, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I'm like, all right, cool, what we got? We got Chipotle. And I got Chipotle.
For sure.
Got Chipotle burrito, or, I was getting like Asian food, so boom, I got that.
Oh my God, this is.
And then nighttime comes. Mind you, some of these meals were also accompanied with dessert or milkshake. So I haven't even gotten that, but DoorDash is very, they get you. Because before you check out, they go, hey, do you want your Dasher to stop by so-and-so and so-and-so? And it's only going to be $2 extra for them to go stop by Tropical Smoothie and get you a smoothie. It's going to be $2 extra for them to stop by Chick-fil-A and grab you a milkshake. Oh, do I want an extra milkshake? Fuck yeah, I do. Do I need an extra milkshake? Fuck no, I don't. And what do I do? They already on the way, so like,
Any given day, I'm eating between 5,000 and 6,000 calories. And that is the problem right there. You don't know when to push the plate away.
Yeah, that's where it starts.
Anyways, I'm going back to my workout now.
Okay.
It was good. Thank you for coming to my channel.
You're welcome.
Welcome to my channel. Burns. I hate those treadmills. All right, let's go. We're gonna tempo these. Yeah. Golly. That burns so good. I might do it again. Oh, I got at least 2 more. Go easy, go easy, don't be mad, only mad. New York City. Damn it.
What's it doing?
It's sad to say I might be using that damn Stairmaster.
Yeah, because I haven't seen anybody touch that.
See, you gotta do what they don't want to do. They don't want to get on the Stairmaster because it hurt. It's painful. Embrace the pain. Everybody on the treadmill, which I like the treadmill too, but am I not gonna do cardio today? Because the machine I want isn't available? No. I'm gonna find a way to make it happen.
Yeah.
Coach say it gotta happen. By any means, what would Kevin Gates say? By any means, big brother. I'm doing something. I'm leaving here with something. I know they're gonna be on there forever. That shit gonna be brutal too. I'm about to go do it.
You got it.
30 minutes.
On the Stairmaster?
30 minutes of cardio every day.
30 on the Stairmaster.
Well, coach said I gotta do 4 times a week, but I'm behind on my goals. And till the end of the year, I gotta at least be cardio 6 days a week.
Okay.
6 days a week, no excuses, and I gotta hit my steps. No excuses. I'm behind.
Okay.
I don't think he's telling me that. He's like, oh, the check-ins are good, but it's like, I feel like I'm letting him down. I don't like that.
Okay.
You don't want problems, I promise, man.